Greetings once again. In this video, we'll be looking at packaging. The building blocks are packed into small cylindrical cans that can then packed into a large rectangular box as shown in the diagram below. Okay, if we check the cylindrical can, we have the height of 16.5 centimeters, diameter of 12.6 centimeters. Rectangular box, we have the length of 56, width 41, height of 35 centimeters. When we look at these dimensions, we can see that they are all in the same units, so there's no need for us to convert. And then the first question, it says that determine the number of layers of can that can be placed in upright position of the box. Upright position, we deal with the height. So you should not forget that you are packaging the cylindrical cans inside the rectangular box. So we are just going to say height is equal to height of a box divided by height of a can. In this case, the height of a box is given as 35. Height of a can, it is 16.5 I mean. Then we use a calculator. We are going to determine the layers here. 35 divided by 16.5. We found that our answer is 2,12121212. You should not forget, when we are dealing with packaging, we always round down, meaning that our answer here is 2 layers. Our answer is 2 layers. We are having 2 layers in this case. Moving to the next question, which is 1.1.2. 1.1.2, it says, hence determine the maximum number of cans that can be packed into one box. So now we have to calculate the number of cans that can be packed inside this box. In terms of the height wise, we are okay with the height wise. We know that it's only 2 layers. We just have to move to the what? Length wise. In respect of the length, we are going to have the length of a box divided by, we are dealing with a cylindrical cans, meaning that we use what? We use a diameter, divide by a diameter, whereby the length of this box is 56. Divide by the diameter is 12.6. 12.6. Then the answer, we use a calculator. We're going to say 56 divided by 12.6. And then our answer is 4,44444. Like I told you that we round it down. We don't care about numbers after a comma. Meaning that we are having 4 cans along what? Along the length. We do the same with the width. Width is equal to the width of a box divided by a diameter. The width of a box is given as what? As 41. We're going to have 41 over diameter, which is 12.6 again. Then we use a calculator. We are going to say 41 divided by 12.6. Our answer is 3,2539, blah, 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 blah. Like I told you, we don't care. We don't mind about numbers after a comma. So along the width is 3, along the length is 4, along the height is 2. Then the total number is going to be 2 in respect of height, multiplied by 4 in respect of length, multiplied by 3 in respect of width. So our final answer is going to be 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3. We have 24 cans. 24 cans. 24 cans. The next question, 1.2. Miss Lingham instructed her workers to pack the coffee mugs in boxes. The dimension of the coffee mugs and boxes are given below. We can see that we are having dimension of a box, length 310, width 220, height is 150, radius is 39, height is 94 in terms of the dimension of the mugs. The first question, which is 1.2.1. 1.2.1, it says, show that the height of the coffee mugs is 62.7% of that of height of a box. So what we need to do, we must calculate the percentage. We're going to say percentage is equals to small height divided by big height. We multiply this by what? By 100. So when we compare the two, when we look at the mug and the box, we can see that small height, we found the small height at the mug, which is 94. Small, we're going to write 94. Then a big height is 150. We multiply this by 100. Then we use a calculator. 94 divided by 150, multiply by 100. We found that is 62.6666667%, which can be rounded off to 62.7%. 1.2.2. 1.2.2, it says, Miss Lingham claimed that 66 mugs will fit in 10 boxes. Verify, showing all calculation whether her statement is correct or not. She's saying that 66 mugs can fit in 10 boxes. So what we need to do is to understand that, is to find out how many mugs are going to fit in one box first. So we are going to do the calculation for one box. One box calculations are as follows. We are going to say height divided by height. That's the first step. Height, in respect of height, height of a box divided by height of a mug. Height of a box divided by the height of a mug. And if you look at the box here, we are having 150. This is 150. Divided by the mug is 94. Then in respect of height, we are going to have 150 divided by 94. Only one mug is going to fit in respect of a height. In respect of length, we're going to say length of a box divided by a diameter. Don't forget, we are using what? A mug here. Cylindrical shape. So if we check, the length of a box here is 310. The length of a box is 310. And then a diameter of a mug is going to be 39 multiplied by 2. We say 39 multiplied by 2, we get 78. 78, which is equal to, now we're going to say 310 divided by 78. 310 divided by 78. We are finding 3 marks in respect of length. Then we go to the width. We're going to say the width of a box divided by a diameter, whereby the length of a width here is, or the height, the dimension of a width, is 220. 220 divided by 78, which is our what? 78 is our diameter. 220 divided by 78, the answer is 2. The answer is 2. So now we are having along the height we found 1, Along the length we found 3. Along the width we found 2. So the total inside one box is going to contain 1 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6 marks. One box is going to contain 6 marks. And now she's saying that 66 marks will fit in 10 boxes. So what we need to do, we are going to say number of boxes is going to be 66 marks divided by 6, because we know that each box is filled by what? By 6 marks. So we just have to say 66 divided by 6. 66 divided by 6, we found that is 11 boxes. 11 boxes. Claim is invalid. The claim is invalid because when we calculate, we found 11, but her claim says that there will be 10. Or you can use another way of proving that the number of boxes is not correct. It's not only this way. Let's move to the next question. It says, Romane makes heat insulated delivery bags used to deliver pizzas. The dimension of the heat insulated bags, picture of the pizza box, and a single box of a pizza are given below. We have the dimension of the bag. Height is 30, width is 35, length is 35. Everything is in centimeters this side. Then the box of a pizza, we can see that we see the height of 3,5, length of 27, width of 27. Okay, that's fine. Use the information above to answer the question that follows. 1.2.1. Determine the number of pizza box that can fit into a single delivery. Into a single delivery. You should not forget, single delivery means that in one bag, okay? So we're going to calculate the number of pizzas that can be contained inside one box. So in this case, we are going to say, in respect of length, we're going to have the length of a bag divided by the length of a box, because we package the box inside the bags. So when we look at the length of a bag here, it is 35. The length of a pizza box is 27. The answer here is 1. Width, the width of a bag divided by width of a box. 35, 27. The answer is 1. In respect of height, we have a height of a bag divided by the height of a box. Height of a bag is 30. Of a box is 3,5. We use a calculator. 30 divided by 3,5. We found that is 8. Meaning that the first delivery, or the one delivery, it will be 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 8, which is 8 boxes of pizza. That's the first question. And then moving to the next question, it says that the pizza shop decided to increase the dimension of the pizza box by 15%. Then the new dimension become as follows. The length is now 31,05. The breadth is now 31,05. Height is 4,03. Then question A. Question A of 1.2.2. Provide a detailed all-step calculation to show how the 31,05 centimeters was obtained. It's very simple. We know that they just increased. The question says that they have increased by 15%. So it means that now they're having what? 100% plus 15%. They've increased by 15%. So the new dimension is now going to be 100 plus 15 over 100 multiplied by the original dimension of a box. It was 27. It was 27. So we use a calculator. We are going to say 100 plus 15 is 115. It has increased by 15%. From 100%, it went to 115. We multiply it by 27. We found that it's now 31,05. This is how this 31,05 was obtained. B. State with reasons whether this delivery bag can still be suitable to carry box of pizza with new dimensions. Show a comparison of all the dimensions of the new pizza box and a bag to support your answer. Okay. A bag, dimension of a bag is as follow. Dimension of a bag is as follow. Is what we have here. Is 35 multiplied by 35 multiplied by 30. Then the dimension of a new box. Dimension of a new box is now given as 31,05 multiplied by 31,05 multiplied by 4,03. So now if you compare the height of a bag and the height of a box, and the length of a bag and the length of a box, height of a bag and a height of a box, as long as the dimension of a bag is still bigger than the dimension of a box, the box can still fit inside the bag. So if we compare, like, let me use a different pen here. This represents our length, our width, our height. So if we compare this dimension, we can see that dimension of a bag is still bigger than the dimension of the box in terms of the length. We go to the width. Dimension of a bag is still bigger than dimension of a box in respect of width. We go to the height. Dimension of a bag is still bigger than the dimension of a box in respect of height, because height is 4,03. So this can still fit. This is how you're supposed to answer this question. This can still fit because dimension of a bag is still bigger than the dimension of a box. Then we move to C. Show with calculation the number of pizza box that can fit in heat insulated bag after box dimension increased by this. Okay, same thing. Length, we're going to have the length of a box, which is 35, of a bag is now 31,05. We're still gonna get 1 here. In respect of width, we're gonna have 35, 31,05 is still 1. In respect of height, we are going to have 30 divided by 4,03, which is 7. Now, the total that we're going to have is 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 7. The answer is 7 pizza boxes. 7 pizza boxes that can be delivered. Temba has a wholesale shop and has an exhibition to display boxes of cereals that he is selling. The dimension of a cereal box to be packed in the exhibition are as follows. The length, the width, and the height all are given in meters. The following diagrams show the dimension of three-dimensional exhibitions and how the cereal box will be packed in the exhibition. We have the length of an exhibition, which is 46 meters, width 2, and then height is 180 centimeters. The moment you see different units, you must be able to convert to the same units. We cannot do calculation as long as we are having different units. Moving to the question, it says that a packer from the Timbers Wholesale claimed that 3,000 of the cereal boxes will make up an exhibition with no spaces between the boxes. Verify whether the packer's claim is valid. Show all your calculations. Okay? What we need to do first is to deal with the height of a box or of the exhibition box. It's given as 180. We divide this by what? We divide this by 100 to get what? To be able to get this in meters. We're just going to say 180 divided by 100. The answer here is 1.8 meters. 1.8 meters. So now if you can check, everything is written in what? Everything is now in meters. For that reason, we are going to say height divided by height, length divided by length, width divided by width. So let's begin with the height. Height-wise, height of a box. Okay, they are all boxes. Let me use other words. Height of an exhibition. I'll just write EX divided by height of a cereal boxes, which is, I can write CE. Height of an exhibition is 1.8. Then the cereal box, the height here is 0.15. The height of this one is 0.15. Then 1.8 divided by 0.15. It's going to be 12. In respect of height is going to be 12 of them. We go to length. Length of exhibition divided by length of cereal. Let's check. 4.6 divided by 0.25, which will give us 4.6 divided by 0.25, 18 of them. We have 18 in respect of width. Width of exhibition divided by width of cereal. It will give us 2 divided by 0.15 again. We use a calculator. 2 divided by 0.15. The answer here is 13. Then the final answer is going to be 12 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 13. We use a calculator to say 12 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 13 is 2,808 boxes that will be inside this exhibition box. Next question, 1.1.2. It says that there are 3 exhibitions of this kind in Timbers Wholesale Shop. Calculate the total number of cereal boxes that will be in all the exhibitions. So it's very simple because we know that one exhibition contains 2,808. We just multiply it by 3 to find out how many cereal boxes are going to be displayed. So we found that it's 8,424. Simple as that, is 2 marks. Please don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe also. Let's look at this question. The cylindrical bottles of Coca-Cola are packaged as shown below. Dimension of the trailers cover, length 8,1, width 2,45, height 2,6. Measurement of a 2 liters Coca-Cola bottles. We have a radius of 52 millimeters, height of 327 millimeters. The size of pallet consists of 8 by 8 bottles. Okay. Note 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. 1 kg is equal to 1 liter. Use the information above to answer the following question. Calculate the maximum number of the Coca-Cola pallet that could be loaded on the second trailer. Okay. The second trailer, if we check the dimension of a second trailer, we have it. Now we must calculate the dimension of what? Dimension of the pallet. So this is our pallet. This is the pallet that we are having here, according to the scenario that we are given here. And they're saying that they arrange them 8 by 8 bottles, to say that from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna have 8 of them. Even this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the arrangement. We're gonna have something like this. From this part to here, we're gonna have 8, and then from there to here is 8, meaning that from here to here is 8, then from there to there is also 8. That's why they said 8 by 8. So we have this dimension. So the only thing that we need to do is to understand that we must be able to get the length and the width of this. And because it's 8 by 8, we can tell this is a square. The length and the width is the same. So what we need to understand is that we are given this radius as 52 millimeters, meaning that here is 52. And for us to get the diameter, is going to be 52 plus 52, because you can see this is double of that one. So a diameter is going to be 52 plus 52, or 52 multiplied by 2, which is 104. Not to forget millimeters. So now we do have the diameter as millimeters. And another thing that we should be able to understand is that here, it means that we are having a diameter of the first bottle, diameter of the second bottle, the third one, the fourth, up to the 8 bottles. And then when we combine the diameter of these 8 bottles, we are able to get the length here. So for us to get the length of a pallet, we're just going to say 8 multiplied by diameter. 8 multiplied by diameter, which is 104. 8 multiplied by 104, the answer is 8 multiplied by 104. We found that is 832 millimeters. You do the same with the width. We are going to say width is equal to 8 multiplied by diameter, whereby you're going to have 8 multiplied by 104. It will give you 832 millimeters. Then if you check that, now we have the length of a pallet and the width of a pallet. In terms of the height of a pallet, we are given the height of a pallet. They are saying that the height of a pallet is, from the scenario, the height of a pallet is given as 327 millimeters. If we check the dimension of a trailer, is given in meters, and what we have here is in millimeters. What we need to do is to make sure that we convert to the same units. If you don't remember how to convert to the same units, we move to the king herring. Died miserable death called malaria. We are converting from here to here, which is 1000. Our converting factor is going to be 1000. And because we're converting to millimeters to meters, we are going to divide. So that is what we are going to do. We divide everything, the dimension of the pallet, by 1000. We divide it by 1000. We divide this by 1000. We divide this by 1000. Then after dividing them by 1000, we'll be able to find the new dimension in meters. Dimensions. Let me write them here. Dimensions of a pallet. A length is going to be, let's divide 832 divided by 1000 is 0,832. 0,832 meters. That is our length. Our height, we are going to say 327 divided by 1000. 0,327 meters. Width is the same. It's also going to be 0,832 meters. So now we have converted the dimension of a pallet to meters, so that it can be of the same units with that one of a truck. So now let's calculate the number of the pallet that will fit in this trailer. In respect of length, we are going to say the length of a trailer is 8,1. 8,1 divided by 0,832. Let's find the answer. 8,1 divided by 0,832. We have 9 of them. We round down. Don't forget, we round down here. Height of a trailer is 2,6. Of a pallet, 0,327. 2,6 divided by 0,327. We have 7 of them. The width of a truck is 2,45 divided by that one of a pallet, which is 0,832. Do the calculations. 2,45 divided by 0,832, and then we are finding 2. Total number of pallets is going to be 9 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2. 9 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2 is 126 pallets. 126 pallets. We are calculating pallets. I just want to confirm. Yes, pallets. 126 pallets. This is how we calculate this one. It's 8 marks. It was all about you understanding that how to find the length and the width of the pallet using the diameter that we are given and converting everything to the same units. Then from there, you just divide length by length, height by height, and width by width. It says that Dion stated that 12 pallets of the load from the second trailer will fit into a small van used by a shop owner for his own stock. Van size is 1,5 ton. Okay? Show with calculations whether this statement is true. Okay, what we need to do, let's say the van. We know that this van is only accommodate 1,5 ton. That is the only weight that this car can be able to carry, is 1,5 ton. So I want us to convert this to what? To kg. Let's multiply this by 1,000 because we are given the relationship between the two to say that 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kg. So 1,5 multiplied by 1,000 is 1,500. So the van can only carry a weight up to 1,500 kg. The van can carry this weight. Then the pallet. The pallets. Now we must calculate the weight of 12 pallets, because this, we are talking about 12 pallets. And you and I, we know that one pallet carry 8 by 8. What is 8 by 8? 8 by 8 is equal to 64. One pallet carry 64 bottles. And according to the information that we have is that one bottle is 2 liters. So let's look at the liters that we are having here in terms of one pallet. 64 multiplied by 2, which is 128 liters. 128 liters. One pallet is equal to 128 liters. You should not forget, we cannot compare liters and kg. We cannot compare liters and kg. So what we need to do, we must convert this to kg using the relationship that we are given here. They are saying that 1 liter is equal to 1 kg. Therefore, one pallet, the weight of a one pallet is equal to 128 kg. The weight of a one pallet is equal to 128 kg. And then this van can only accommodate 1,500 kg or less. Now we are having one pallet being 128 kg. Let's multiply this by 12. We multiply this by 12 to find the total weight of 12 pallets. 12 pallets. If the weight that we get here is greater than 1,500, we are going to say the claim is invalid. But the weight that we get here, if it's less than 1,500, we're going to say that the claim is correct. 128 multiplied by 12. We found that the total weight of 12 pallets is 1,536 kg. If you check this, it's bigger than 1,500. So invalid claim. Invalid claim. This car cannot carry this weight. The weight is bigger than 1,500 and the car can only carry up to 1,500. A certified gas dealer sells 9 kg bottles. These cylindrical bottles are stored outside the shop in a steel cage, as shown below. There is a 10 millimeter gap on either side of each gas bottles when placed on the shelf in a steel cage. We can see the shape of the steel cage there. The bottles, we can see the diameter and the height. Okay, let's look at the first question for 2 marks. It says that calculate the maximum number of gas bottles that can fit in one steel cage. What we see here is a one steel cage. So what we know is that in terms of the height, If we look at the height here, we only see 2. The length, let's look at the length. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 in respect of length. In respect of width, how many are there? Is only 2 also. So the total is going to be 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2, which is 20. We're going to have 20 then. Then 1.2.2 for 8 marks. The company sells rectangular metal sheets with dimension of 3,4 by 2,1. If you check here, we have a length. They have given us length to be, our length is 3,4 meters. Our width is 2,1 meters. So they've given us that. And then determine, showing all calculation, the maximum number of shelves for the steel cage that could be cut from one metal sheet. Determine, showing all calculations, the maximum number of shelves for the steel cage that could be cut from one metal sheet. Okay, what we need to do here, we must determine the maximum number of shelves. Okay, it's fine. This is very simple, good people. This let's look here. Let's check this scenario that we are having here. We are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know the distance from here to here is given, and this distance is the same. This distance is the same. This distance is our diameter. It's given as 314 millimeters. We should not forget that. And again, they've given us this distance, the gaps that you see between here. Each gap is equals to 10 millimeters. So now we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're having 60 millimeters in terms of the gaps here in respect of length. So the total length, for the length, we are going to say length is going to be 314 multiplied by 5 bottles. Don't forget, we are having 5 bottles. We say this is the diameter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are having 5 of them. And each one is 3/4 in terms of how wide it is. Plus the gaps that we have. How many gaps do you have? We are having 6 gaps. And each gap represents 10 millimeters. So the total length that we're going to have here is 314 multiplied by 5 plus 6 multiplied by 10 is 1,630. 1,630 millimeters. Now let's check the width. The width, if you can check, we are having 2 bottles, which is 314 multiplied by 2 plus 10 multiplied by the gaps. How many gaps do we have in terms of the width? 1, 2, 3. We are having 3 gaps multiplied by 3. 10 multiplied by 3 is the gaps that we are having. This is 10, this 10, this 10. And then now we're going to have 314 multiplied by 2 plus 10 multiplied by 3. the width is 658 millimeters. Then we are having difference units, millimeters and meters. We must convert to the same units. I'm always reminding you to convert to the same units. So if you don't know how to convert to the same units, you must always go back to the King Harry. King Harry died miserable death called malaria. It's very simple. We know that K stands for kilometers, meters, centimeters, and millimeters. We concentrate on what we use in class: the kilometers, meters, centimeters, and millimeters. So now we are converting from millimeter to meters. 1000 is 1000. Converting factor is 1000. Meters we divide by 1000. So I want us to divide everything by 1000 here. Divide by 1000. So meaning that now we're going to have 1630 divide by 1000. The answer is 1,6. 1,63 meters. We do the same the other side. We have 658 divided by 1000. We have 0,658. So now we finish with our calculations. Length divided by length, width divided by width. So if we check, let me just try to get a space here. I'm not sure if it will be enough. For a lengthwise, we're gonna say 3,4 divided by 1,63. 3,4 divided by 1,63. We found that we are having 2. Width, we have 2,1 divided by 0,658. Then 2,1 divided by 0,658. Then our answer here is 3. We multiply the 2, we found that the final answer is 6. When we multiply the 2, we found that the final answer is 6. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.